My wife gave our son a different name on the birth certificate, her ex's. When I confronted her, she laughed and said, "Yeah, he's not even yours. What are you going to do? Divorce me?" I stared at the birth certificate in complete shock. Instead of Christopher, the name we'd spent months choosing together, it read Zachary. Zachary. Her ex-boyfriend's name from college. "Allison, why is our son named Zachary?" She didn't even look up from her phone, scrolling casually. Last-minute decision in the delivery room. "I like Zachary better than Christopher." "That's your ex's name." Her smile turned ice cold. "Good catch, genius. Because he's Zachary's son, not yours. We've been together for 8 months while you were working those late nights at the office." My blood went ice cold. The room started spinning. "What are you talking about?" "Zachary and I reconnected at my college reunion last year. Remember that weekend I went alone because you were too busy?" "Well, I wasn't alone." She stood up, holding the baby I'd been calling my son. "And before you get all dramatic and threaten to leave, remember this is a no-fault state. I'm legally entitled to half your stuff. House, savings, that precious car collection. Stay and play daddy, or leave and pay child support for 18 years. Either way, I win." I walked out without saying a single word. First stop, DNA test clinic. Results in 48 hours, the technician said. Second stop, attorney's office downtown. "Paternity fraud," Samantha explained after hearing my story. "Knowingly putting the wrong father on a birth certificate is criminal fraud. We can void the marriage entirely, recover damages, and she could face jail time." Over the next 2 weeks, I played the perfect defeated husband while secretly building my case. I acted hurt, but resigned. Exactly what Allison expected. She became incredibly bold, even bringing Zachary to our house while I was supposedly at work. I'd been recording everything on my phone since day one. The DNA test came back exactly as expected. 0% probability of paternity. "I feel terrible about this situation," I told Allison one evening, showing fake defeat. "But maybe we should tell people the truth about Zachary being the father?" She actually laughed. "Why would we do that? This arrangement works perfectly. You make good money. Zachary is completely unreliable. You're obviously the better option for raising a kid. But isn't it fraud, putting my name on the certificate? So what? Who's going to report it? You? You'd have to admit you weren't man enough to keep your wife satisfied." Every single word was being recorded. The final piece came when she texted her sister. "Christopher's such an idiot. He's actually considering staying and raising Zachary's kid. I'm getting everything I want, and he's too stupid to realize it." Screenshot saved immediately. While Allison was at her mother's house showing off our baby, professional movers arrived at exactly 9 a.m. By noon, all my personal belongings were safely in storage. I left divorce papers on the dining table with a note. "All future communication through my attorney. P.S. Zachary can support his own son." Underneath, a comprehensive lawsuit for paternity fraud, an itemized bill for every penny I'd spent on prenatal care and baby expenses, plus a USB drive containing all the recordings. My phone started buzzing within an hour. 23 missed calls, 47 increasingly frantic texts. I blocked her number and forwarded everything to Samantha. Allison was arrested for fraud within a week. Zachary, when contacted by authorities, denied everything and demanded his own DNA test. Turns out he didn't want to be a father either. 3 months later, someone knocked on my apartment door. Through the peephole, Allison holding the baby, with 2 battered suitcases beside her. She looked completely broken. Unwashed hair, wrinkled clothes, dark circles under her eyes. "Christopher, please, I'm so sorry. Zachary won't return my calls anymore. My mom kicked me out when the fraud charges became public. I have nowhere else to go. I didn't open the door. I'll drop all the charges. We can work this out. The baby needs a father figure." Through the door, I said calmly, "The baby needs his actual father. Call Zachary." He blocked me completely. He says the kid isn't his problem anymore. That sounds strangely familiar. Both she and the baby were crying now. "I know I hurt you, but please, for the baby's sake. His name is Zachary, remember? And his father already made his choice, just like you made yours." I heard her slide down against the door, sobbing uncontrollably. The next morning, she was gone. I later learned she'd moved back in with her parents in another state. Zachary never acknowledged the child. Last I heard, she was working at a grocery store, living in her childhood bedroom, and facing a criminal trial that could result in prison time. Sometimes the best revenge is simply letting people face the consequences of their own choices.